misinterpreting it, but basically, well, the way what I'm talking about is complexification. So obviously, human beings are one of, if not, we consider ourselves the most complex, and our nervous system is definitely one of, if not the most complex structure on planet Earth. But although we're not the most intelligent, cetaceans are obviously more. Their nervous system is actually more complex than ours is. So this is very interesting. I've got some really cool graphics that I put together. Many graphics, as you guys may have seen, about the human brain. But I don't know if I posted this one anywhere, or if it's still just sitting in my on my hard drive where I don't think I've shared it at all yet. But I've got a graphic that I did about the geometry of the dolphin brain, and it's pretty. I haven't shared that one yet. I was meaning to. See,
are we allowed to talk about this?
I don't think I want to share it yet. I don't think I'm ready just yet.
Damn.
It'll show up in something somewhere along the way that I'm working on. But that's the thing, is like, I don't want to, I don't want to like keep all this stuff like under wraps.
Can you kind of allude to what maybe you were getting to without saying it?
Yeah.
Can we feel through the curtain a little here?
I can basically just give it away, but once I give it away, then it's like, it's out there, and then it's already out there, and somebody else will put. Somebody else.
Dolphin brains do something cool. We should keep an eye out for Colin's fucking content, because he's gonna drop some hot fire.
Well,
Dylan.
So I guess I'm going to go ahead and flesh this out. Since I mentioned it and brought it up, I'll go ahead and explain it and flesh it out. This is just a small segment of what is actually an entirely separate film that I'm working on. So this is just a small piece of that. So it's sort of totally out of context of the larger picture. But what we're seeing is this specific cymatic frequency, which is a resonant harmonic frequency, and I'm not sure exactly which frequency this is, of the image on the cymoscope. So if anybody knows exactly what frequency this is, please share that information in the comments down below, or send me a message and let me know exactly what structure this is. But it's significant because it is the exact same harmonic geometry that creates the exact structure of the dolphin brain, of the bottlenose dolphin more specifically. And so this structure, it literally creates a perfect equilateral triangle, which is, it fluxes and it alternates between itself, which is essentially through polarities, which is essentially the epitome of vortex-based mechanics, and also ties in with what I showed in Symbols of Power Part 2 with the Sacred 9 code, as well as creating the Egg of Life sacred geometry, which literally creates the polarity, which creates the structure biology itself. It is literally the exact same resonant sonic geometry that creates a certain, I believe it's the Roma tomato, the certain species of tomato. I believe it's the Roma tomato, the cross section, the same exact sonic geometrical structure. And so this is the same exact structure of the flux capacitor shown in the film Back to the Future by Robert Zemeckis. And so it is literally the association between time travel and consciousness of the brain, which is the time travel, and the sonic geometry, which is associated with the cetaceans, as we covered at the beginning of this video, and again associated with the space whales in Star Wars and the theme of time travel or cosmic consciousness. This is exactly why it showed Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the dolphins leaving Earth, and again traveling space travel, and so long, and thanks for all the fish. So the theme of the cetaceans and space whales is it's an age-old timeless archetype. It's a timeless theme, and it might not be too far-fetched from reality.
This is where it's tricky, because I understand what you're saying. In some way, it's like you don't want your fucking pearls getting stolen, let alone thrown to swine, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big hurdle and a big obstacle that I'm trying to grasp and struggling with how to best, overcome, and how to best put things out. I want to release, the content and stuff in a way that's going to be memorable and impactful, and also, basically be able to support me, because
benefit you, the creator.
I care about the time and the energy that I put into it actually supporting my ability to continue to eat and live and do things that I have to do.
What I always like to point out, Colin, without wanting to cut you off, but as far as I can grok it, at least, there have been, or maybe, and soon again, hopefully, societies that recognize the utmost importance of the shaman class in all its variations, and therefore again redirect their attention and their efforts to, not supporting some psychopathic overlords through strange ideas of taxes, fines, and debts, but actually redirect whatever access they may have to individuals like you and many, many, many others that are actually providing this, most vital service to the collective. So thank you, and so much for my recommendation.
In a weird way, I think remodeling, because I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's kind of like how you're approaching it is going to beget certain kind of realities. For example, it's the same. It's very different with the posts I make or music I do on a guitar or something like that. But I've always kind of been like, I'm just going to flow. I mean, we both have Mercury in 12th house, so it's like we're just going to channel, we're just going to flow. In a sense, I don't even feel really like the author of half the shit I do. It's just like, I'm the smart conduit through which this kind of came through, but I can only take, it's the flow of the universe or something like that. There's got to be a way in which we can basically be, I'm not saying it's only this, but at the very least, like I've had jams before where it's like fucking made me want to jizz, and then I'm like, no one heard that. And I'm just have to sit there and be like, well, the Akashic heard that, or God and the angels heard that. It's like, at some level, it's not so much about recognition. I get what you're saying, but in some way, it feels like the law of exchange has to be offered, honored in some way. But I guess my advice to you would be like, know that this is a kind of Christian thought, but it's like you're running the race and there's people cheering you on. Like, and when you cross it, you're going to be flabbergasted with how many, like, Da Vinci's been paying attention to your shit. And everybody, it's like, we're doing shit, we're taking the mantle of consciousness forward. And even if that doesn't always pan out in economic paradigms or accolade or celebrity or likes or whatever the fuck, those are arbitrary kind of standards. And I think we're honestly shifting out of that. Like what Rafael's saying, I think in some way we're going to be entering a place. This is idealistic. I get that. I'm an ENFP. I'm an idealist. But the point is, I think we're going to a place where your efforts will be more than rewarded, and it won't probably be a publisher's clearing check or whatever. But like you see what I'm saying? Like we've been programmed to think that that's like the carrot to get, and at some point, like being the change, being the conduit of the force, like Jedi's. You see what I'm saying? Like Jedi's weren't like, oh, I'm gonna be awesome. They like did the kind of cool shit for the public. They were kind of socialist in a sense with their like magic, whereas Sith.
With their magic, yeah, Jim.
Oh, sorry, my mic fucking sucks, or my thumb slipped, or whatever. Jedi are doing it for the heart, and then like there's a mind with the Empire where it's like we want to organize and control mentally and like get rule the world or whatever. I promise.
You promise, yes, Jim.
Oh my god, my thumb. My promise is that the shift is occurring where the value structure is changing, where I think, honestly, like, the meek inherit the earth in that sense, right? Where it's like the people who are putting out all this stuff and not, like, number one on the fucking bestsellers list. It's like, populism isn't what it's about. Like, the nature of the populism is changing. People are waking up. 100th Monkey Effect is real. So at some point, like, there's just going to be, like, I promise you, people at some point, once they, whether it's now, 5 years, 20 years, I don't know, I can't say that, but it's like, at some point, you're going to be a fundamental part of people's awareness process, just like it was for me, just like Nikola Tesla was for others, or Da Vinci. Like, we've just got to be the artists in the workshop, trucking, and I know you want to, like, not die, and you want to eat, so I do hope you get, like, compensated to the degree you feel comfortable. But you hear what I'm saying? Like, making that like the and you're not, but I'm saying we're shifting from the paradigm of that being like, I don't even know, like valuation being like misinterpreted. Like some of the stuff we've done, some of these conversations, like we don't get paid for this shit, but these have been some of the most fucking illuminating conversations I've ever had. And that value is I think actually honored by consciousness and God, or however you want to put this. Whereas like the material see what I'm saying? I'm kind of rambling, but it's like don't worry, man. It's like the dawn is coming.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I definitely agree with all of that. So stay tuned for the next part. We'll pick up right here where we left off. You can watch it. I will leave any intros and stuff out so that you can watch it in a consecutive style. And so again, my name is Cullen Smith. This is Lifting the Veil. You can find all of my full books, presentations, videos, films, articles, posts at patreon.com/liftingtheveil. And there is also a ton of exclusive content, and I will leave the cited reference links in the description down below. So you can check that out for all of my full content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe. Please help me reach more people by sharing these videos around on the internet, because I rely solely on word of mouth, and the recommended algorithms are not recommending any of my videos or films anymore. My channel has literally been completely restricted, so I rely on your help, and I need your help. So please help support this channel by sharing my work around if you appreciate it, and make sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and leave me your comments. I definitely want to know what you have to share and what you have to think about all of this stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all stay safe and take care of yourselves, and I will see you later.